Hello everybody, it's Suffolk Blue, all the way from merry old England. How was going to be night time? Hello everybody, it's Suffolk Blue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to the Viva Variety server on the Infinity Evolve mod pack on crazy hard crafting mode with me, Suffolk Blue, here in my hole. Because this is what I've got thus far towards the base. We have a hole. Let me just quickly show you. The turtle has been very, very busy. Let's put these on. Come up. If you look on the mini map at the top right hand corner, you can see very, very busy. It's currently over here. Oh, it's probably just run out. It has literally just run out of coal. It was doing that ever so well. Up and, oh no, it's still going. So this is currently mining out this little section here as well. But as you can see, we are really starting now to carve out, the gouge out in between this mountain. So on either side, as I said, we've kept the natural look on either side, and then what we're going to do is to layer the sides, make them sort of blend in a little bit, and then build ourselves around this hidden valley within these mountains. So that's doing really, really well. The next thing to talk about is this, just briefly here, because I don't think I've shown you this either, but the face of the goddess has come on a little bit. I've given her, it looks very manly though, it doesn't look very female yet, but I haven't put any of the hair on. I'm not sure about these eyes, but this is glowstone, but I needed something there to light it all up. She's got a little bit of viney type hair going on. If you could imagine, all the water's going to pour out of this mouth anyway and knock these vines down at that point. But that's the face of the goddess as she looks at the moment. Using different stones, different cracked stones, a little bit of micro-blocking highlights around the edges as well. I think that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Let's have a look from below. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of this episode, I'm going to go and do the first job straight away, which is I'm going to come over here to these enormous mountains over here, which are not going anywhere. These mountains are not going to be leveled or changed in any way. The central basin will be, but this part over here won't be. All of these are going to be staying as natural as possible. I got a subscriber who had a birthday, an 8th birthday, very, very recently, and I work with his mum, and she tells me that he watches my videos and that he enjoys them. So I thought it would be nice to wish him a very happy birthday, and by doing that I thought that I would name these mountains, these heights and mountains over here in this corner, after him, because they're going to play quite a big part in our base in the future. This is where all our power is going to come from. So I'm going to name these. I'm going to come down here in honour of his birthday. Bump. Thank you very much. I'm going to call these the Logan Heights. Lovely job. We're going to create a cirque, basically, which is like a glaciated bowl caused by glaciation in a mountainside filled with water. And it's going to be here, up the top here, and all of this is going to be basically gouged out a little bit, filled with water as high as we can make it without overflowing it over the edges, obviously. With one waterfall which is going to cascade down and out and through my base, powering all our water wheels, which we're going to have hidden away underneath all of that, and then flow out of the goddess's mouth into the lake or to the marshland that's going to form there, and then out to sea the side. So that's where the cirque's going to come in up at the top here. So that's going to be Lake Logan, and the highest peak, which is this one over here, let's call this one Mount Logan in honour as well. So, oops, why didn't you give me the opportunity to write something? That was silly. Do it again. Thank you very much. So this is Mount Logan. Wishing you a really happy birthday, mate. Thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate all support on my channel, no matter how old and no matter how young. So thanks very much, mate. Appreciate it. And over time, we'll come back to the Logan Heights and we'll show you how this changes over time when we start to make it and build it into a feature of our base. Fantastic. Let's have a look at this over here. What's this all about? Well, underneath my wind farm, I have created a really basic, oh dear, I've run out of water, never mind, a really basic crop farm over here. We're simply using a planter in the middle here, which you can't see, which is hidden under there, and a My Factory Reloaded harvester, and of course a sludge boiler, which has been eagerly going away. Oh, we got some mycelium, that's really useful stuff. Podzol, nice. Gravel, soul sand, peat. So we've been getting some really useful stuff out of the old sludge boiler at the same time, which is nice. And basically, as it's cutting stuff down, you can see it's storing seeds at the top here and wheat, and the sludge then comes through here and into the boiler, gets boiled up, and we get some good stuff out of that too. I've used the agriculture tanks and wooden tanks and sprinkler system, mainly because it's the easiest to use, really, to be frankly honest. But yeah, so this is just our farm. The reason now, why? Well, we're not getting this for wheat. We don't care about wheat. Wheat is not on the menu. All of this is just extra nonsense that we don't want. This is what we're really looking for: seeds. And why are we looking for seeds? Because we need to make seed oil. Why do we need to make seed oil? Because whilst all of this has been going on and all the turtles been digging stuff out, I've decided to get myself involved with bees. Let me talk to you about bees. Bees are... Oh, don't crash. Thank you. Bees are... Go away. The single most addictive part of a game I've ever played in my life. Hours have been spent with bees. Not these bees. These are Pam's Harvestcraft bees, which you actually get from hives, which are just hidden anywhere across the landscape, and you can cut them open and you'll get a queen bee will pop out, and then she will sit in one of these apiaries and she will then create sort of all this stuff. And actually we can take all this out for now. Let's just empty out these hives because they've been there a couple of days. Actually, I haven't emptied these out as yet. And as you can see, they create all sorts of wonderful stuff. And this honey, basically, you can use in crafting, like food crafting, all that sort of stuff. Let's take all of these out of here. Oh, I didn't take the bee out of that one, did I? So these queens have been exhausted. What we then do is we turn them into royal jelly. Oops, come here, bees. Oh, MCD was online, he's just vanished. There we go. So we turn that into royal jelly. 1, 2, 3, 4, which we then mix with a bee grub to make them back into bees again, and then we can load them back into the apiaries to continue working. It's a bit of a pointless exercise, if the truth be told, but there we go. There, boom, bees, and we have bees. Now, these aren't the bees I'm talking about, though. These are the easy bees. These bees don't take any time at all. You don't have to do anything with these. You just turn them over, and then they'll start making stuff. No. That's not bees. That's not what we've been working on. What we've been looking at are these bees. Now, I've never used bees before, ever, for anything, never needed to, never really thought about it. But in this expert crafting mag, making stuff can actually be quite difficult. So, we have been, although there's nothing in here at the moment, but we have made ourselves, over here in the orchard, this little collection of apiaries where we are looking to grow and make bees, like that. And it's quite difficult to start with. I was like a bit apprehensive of starting, but I wanted to get into a mod which I didn't think anybody else was really getting into, so I thought I would get into the bee mod. I'm not going to do a tutorial on these, because if you want a tutorial on bees, you need to go and watch someone like Generic Bee and others, because they've done some incredible tutorials. I'm learning from them by watching some of their videos and how they've done stuff. But for me, all I'm really using this for is to try and get some of those more difficult stuff, which you know you can get normally, but equally bees can help you with. So let's go back over to the base and I'll show you what else we've done and how we've started on that. Oops, crash into the side, shut the door just for now. So, other things that we've done, just while I'm here as well, as I made a magma crucible because I was tired of running out of lava and having to quit going buckets downstairs. So I made a magma crucible up there. That's fine, that's all just doing its stuff. After the dragon, and we killed all the dragon and everything, remember in the last episode, I've now got some ender pearls which I've put up here, which are just sitting there lovely, and we can basically harvest them and get 10 ender pearls every single time, which is amazing. And in here, which was, if you remember, this was our start of our storage area for our food, I have also now set up a bee centre of operations. Put it that way. We've got lots of bees that I've been working on. As I say, it's a really addictive, like a really addictive part of this game is breeding bees. I don't know why it's so addictive, but it is. Let's just put this away for now. Lovely job. I have 41 buckets of honey so far. Don't know what honey is really used for much. Certainly it's used in some crafting recipes, but the actual honey juice, the honey liquid, I'm not really sure, but I'm just collecting it anyway. This is my seed oil, which we're using by crushing seeds. So what the seeds that we're getting from our... am I going to have enough for a full bucket? I'm not, so let's not do that. The seeds that I'm collecting from upstairs are going in here, and then I'm bucketing them out and putting them into this tank, so that I can use them to make impregnated bases for new apiaries and stuff. I've also got a presser, which we can pop our Harvestcraft stuff in, which will sort of tick along and create honey, just normal raw honey, which looks like that. Which also we're storing in here. We can also turn that into liquid honey as well. These that we can turn into beeswax. I've also made this area here. Just push this out a little bit. This is going to be just my Moo Potions area, where I've got making some potions, some shells, and I've got at the moment I've got some regeneration potions and some health potions. I was just at the end of the day I was we don't really need a lot of potions anymore because of the beacons that are at people's bases. Like if I wanted to recharge myself, and you can see down there I've got 3 yellow hearts. If I wanted to recharge myself and get myself back up to top, I just sort of visit Kinema's, and his beacon will heal me up. So really need these unless I'm going into the Nether or somewhere. Bees. So let's talk about bees. What am I trying to achieve? Okay, let me clear my inventory because I don't need any of this crap. Oh, and I'm nearly out of. Look, melon smoothies. That first batch that we bought from Mick Digi's when he first opened, I'm nearly done with. However, we still have a stack of the deluxe burgers to go through. Oh, look at my dropper as well. I'm doing ever so well, getting loads of good stuff from the dropper. Really pleased about that. Something's changed there. An Enderman's tried to steal something. Let's get rid of that. That's my bin. It's ever so good. Right. Bees. What I was looking to try and create is I want to create that. I want to get into the mutagen. What do they call it? Mutagen? MutadNA? Gendustry. That's what I wanted to get in. Gendustry. So where you start to get like all these gene samples of bees, and you can start to like work on them and make all of those sorts of things. And in order to get all of these machines and stuff, and the DNAs, extractors and stuff, you're going to need to get power modules. Now, power modules and genetics processors and all that sort of stuff, we can make all of these in assembly tables. That's easy peasy. But these things, power modules, really only come from infinity combs, which obviously come from the infinity queen bees. So you have to get to the bee, and in order to get to the bee, you have to breed together an energetic princess with a silicon drone. And in order to get an energetic princess, you see where this is going, don't you? You need to get an excited princess and breed that with a diligent drone, and you have an 8% chance of getting an energetic bee. And in order to get an excited princess, you need to have a cultivated princess mixed with a valiant drone, and you have a 10% chance of getting excited queens. So this is my life. Whilst everything has been digging out in the base, preparing the actual main base, so I can start to build in my my home, my actual final home, the Britannia base, the Thorncraft base, the Witchery base, all the Blood Temple, and everything else that I want in my base. I've been messing around, waiting for that turtle to mine itself out. I've been messing with bees, and I have to say it's just very fun. So let's make a start. So we know that we need an excited queen as well as first stock. Now, cultivated princesses and valiant drones, I think we actually have some of those already, because as I say, I have been doing a few bits and pieces. We've got a valiant queen. Now, I don't know what she uses flowers. I think they just use flowers. Have I got a valiant drone anywhere? Not that I can see in here. Would be yellow, I assume. Oh, valiant drones. There's a valiant drone. Now the next question is do I have a cultivated, energetic, excited? So I need a cultivated princess. Do we have such a thing? Not by the look of it, we don't. Not that I can see any. So our first job then is to make a cultivated, or attempt to get some cultivated princesses. We've got cultivated drones all over the place, but we don't have any cultivated princesses by the looks of it. So let's how to make a cultivated princess. Cultivated princess. Here we go. We need to make a common princess with a forest drone, or a meadows drone, or a tropical, or a modest, or a wintry, or marshy, or a common. So we need our common. Now I have been breeding these already. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 common princesses. We don't mix up with them just yet. You can go back in here. And we're going to mix these with meadows drones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we've got our female bee, the princess, mixed with the male bee, which will hopefully give us. What's the percentage chance? There's a 12% chance. Yeah, so a common princess mixed with a meadows drone gives us a 12% chance. Okay. The next thing I'm just going to quickly do is I'm going to make some new frames for these as well, because in each of the hives we want some frameage. Oh, I've done it the wrong way around. Idiot. I don't know how many I've got there actually. Only 4. Not so good. And what I've then been using this magic wax, which you can only get from. That's handy. From like occult combs from other bees. You have to make bees to get this, and the actual best bees I've found are these arcane drones, which I've made. Takes ages. The hours wasted with bees is just ridiculous. And so this episode is also dedicated to my mate Stephen, who is a real apiarist, if that's even a term, in real life. He has his own beehives, which is amazing. One day I'm hoping he's going to invite me down so I can come and have a look, because although I don't like insects normally, I find the bees to be quite interesting. Especially after playing this, they are now the most interesting thing in the world. Sleep it off. There we go. I don't know why when you sleep with your jetpack on your hover. So let's go over here. Boom. So we've got how many? 4. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's do this whole side. So these are almost out. Where's the best ones? So these are just ordinary impregnated ones. I'm going to take these ones out and put these fresh ones in. Take these ones out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine these two together. They're about the same. A thin one and a thick one. Yeah, that'll do. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2. Where's the other one? So I got other ones around here that I can steal. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just getting my frames sorted out. Oh, I've got some impregnated ones, I suppose, which would be quite useful. Let's do that instead. I'm going to put them on this side just because it's easier to know where I put them, really. So, what we're hoping for is if I put in that and that, these two will then get together and do their thing. She will then become a queen. And now we have, whatever it was, a 12% chance that we get out of this. And you can see all the bees flying out the top, look. Woohoo! As they fly off and go and find all this good flower stuff around them. So they're all in place. Oops. So the next step is, will we get any, what were we looking for? Cultivated princesses. That's what we're looking for this first batch, cultivated princesses. Hopefully we'll also get some common princesses back. If we don't, then we've run out of common princesses and we have to start that one. Whoops, I'm in a mountain, We have to start that again. So hopefully that will come through. But the problem is now I have chunk loaded. I was going to tell you about this last time and I didn't. We've introduced on the server, because obviously the nature of variety, we've introduced the ability to chunk load some only up to 25, look. So you can see where my turtle is sort of chewing out the land over here, although I clearly don't need that to be chunk loaded then, do I? By the looks of that. So I can do that, and now it's not chunk loaded anymore. But we've just by right clicking we get up to 25 out of the 500 chunks we can claim for our own. You can see I've claimed my base over here. I can do that. I can claim that bit as well. I can claim that, and that. But I can right click it and then I'll chunk load it, and that's really useful for letting your turtles just sort of get on with the work. You can go offline, whatever, but you have to log in again every 48 hours to check it and do all that sort of stuff. But there we go. So we've got the bees busily working away. As they work, they will sometimes create honeycombs. Now these honeycombs are pretty useless for us actually. These yellow ones, it's just honey and wax is all they're going to produce. It's the most common type, so we already have lots of that, so it's not a big problem. But essentially that's now going to sit there and do its thing. Whilst it's going to do its thing, I think what I'm going to do is make a cut, and we'll come back after they've finished breeding and or finished doing whatever they do, and then we'll see whether we get any cultivated princesses. So don't go anywhere. Let's see what happens. We'll be right back. Welcome back everybody. So it's now a following day, so they took a day or so to go through the system. Let's have a look through our hives and see. You can see they've stopped processing. There's nothing flashing or coming out of them now. So we have a little look. So yes, we have got a cultivated princess in this one. That's a success. Plus a common drone and a forest drone, plus a parched comb and a honeycomb. So those are not so much use to us. That's what we were looking for, so that's good news. This one just commons, which is unfortunate. But what we can do is pop them straight back in and go boom. And she can continue as a meadows, as another common one, and hopefully again try and get us a cultivated one. This one fell apart entirely, so we've just got back to having a forest princess and a meadows princess, not what we wanted. And this one has got eldridges, which is again not what we wanted, plus a common drone. So we did not do well. We got one cultivated princess out of all of that. Let's go back to base, because what we need to create is common princesses again. So we've used up all the common princesses that we had in here. I don't think I've got any more common princesses in there at all. No, I don't. So, oh, actually, that's a forest princess. That's a forest princess. We'll take her out from there. So what we need, in order to make common ones, we're going to need to take these sorts of duped princesses and mix them with forest drones. So that one, or we can also do, it's basically any of the two types of bee that you can dig out of a hive normally, I think is basically how it works. You can go there, you can go there, you can go there, you can go there. That leaves us with boom, 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 boom. Attack out the ones we don't need. Keep her, because we do need her, but not right now. Although I could start off that job, couldn't I? So what are we looking for with her? Is an excited bee. Is it excited we were looking with her? Yes, cultivated princess and a valiant drone. Well, we do have a valiant drone actually, somewhere around here, because I just had him. So there he is. So that might make our excited one. Let's get rid of two of those. So we've got 2, 2, 2. You can see the combs are in. If I put these in the centrifuge, that spins them around really quickly, throwing the honey against the wall of the centrifuge. We get some honey and some beeswax, and we put these ones in, we'll just get a lot of beeswax and a lot of honey. That's good. We have got an extra frame in there if I need it. I'm not sure whether I will. So let's go back over and put these in. So that's basically been my life. This is my life at the moment, is bee making. Whoops, missed the hives entirely. Now on this package, have I got? Yes, I have. So I'm going to put her on the package. So cultivated princess and the valiant drone, they go in, and hopefully an excited bee will come out as a result. Boom, there she goes. Have we got any more things back here? I don't know whether I have. Okay, so we put them there. Anything down here? I don't think we have. Nope. So we're now looking to make common princesses we're looking for. So there's another one already on our way. And there. And there. And we'll leave them, and as you can see, plenty of bees come flying out of our apiary and they carry on doing their work. And you fly backwards and forwards, and it looks like the dullest, most boring thing in the world. And I suppose in some ways it is, but I'm spending an absolute eternity. In fact, I'm going to get a good screenshot of all these wonderful bees flying out of my apiary. There we go. You can spend hours, and I mean hours, flying backwards and forwards to get those arcane ones that I've used over there. Just takes forever, because also I can't put them here because this is lush swamp. Well, this is eerie, that one, but this is a lush swamp, which is not the right biome for them. So they don't work. Bees simply won't work unless the conditions are right. It's just the way it works, really. How are these cows getting out? Right up the butt. And there. How did you get out? Missed jump. As you can also see, I'm starting to plant willows. The reason being is these are going to be my tree of choice around the edge here. Is that I'm going to strip back these oaks and I'm going to plant an awful lot of these willows all the way back through here to create almost a really overgrown effect. Let's just check these other beehives since we've done them. Yeah, so you can see that these are now creating some new honey, new honey wax, and more bee grubs and stuff. So they're carrying on growing as well. So that's my life for now, is bees. I'm going to carry on. So what we're aiming to get to is, as I said, is the what was it? Gen something. Gendustry, yeah. Infinity. So that's the bee we're looking for, is an infinity queen, and I'm going to go through and do. And you have to do both strands. This is the other thing, just to quickly say, is that just doing the one that we saw here, the energetic one, that's all well and good. I also need to make a silicon drone, which comes from a skystone and a ferrous. So you have to make each of the types. There's a common and an industrious. Industrious comes from diligent and unwary, and unwary comes from diligent and a cultivated. Do you know what I mean? Diligent comes from common and cultivated. It's I tell ya, peeps, this could have me working and doing this for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it off camera, so you don't have to watch me do all of the bee making. So basically, that's what I'm doing. We'll see how we get on. I'm also thinking then that I could make this my shop in the town, because nobody else is going to want to go through all the hassle of breeding bees. Look at that, 5 combs, wow. Nobody's going to want to do that. So it sort of looks like, yeah, cultivated princess, be gone, be gone. We get another one, and we're ready to go. We can take the combs out of that one. And that forest queen is doing a bit. What do we mix her with? I can't remember. I haven't got any more on me anyway. But yes, so I'm going to carry off screen doing all of that. Thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, leave a like. Any comments, tips, hints, anything you want to leave me, please leave them in the comments below. I'm sorry for the lack of videos over the last week or so. I have been away. I'm going to get back into, by way of a channel update, I'm not sure whether I'm going to continue with the Pillars of Eternity stuff. That seems to have sort of, well, run out of popularity. It started off quite well, and it sort of waned and disappeared as things gone on. So maybe we'll swap that over. If you're desperately against that, do leave a comment below. The Crusader Kings 2 I'm going to try to finish off, because I think that's still a useful series that I enjoy playing. Although only 2 people saw the last episode, which is a bit sad. But even so, I keep on doing it because I enjoy that one. And obviously we've got Minecraft as well, and the Secrets of Grindia with Digimaster. But from me, Suffolk Blue, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time for some more Minecraft. See you later.